Welcome back to Thunderbolt Lanes in Allen Park, Michigan. PBA League continues with our three-point team game coming next. Pittsburgh must have it and the roll-off to advance in our PBA League bracket. LAX and New York City WTT Kingpins, the defending Elias Cup champions, already there with Silver Lake. And the final semifinal slot awaits. Will it be Pittsburgh or Philadelphia? Will they close out the Jackrabbits? Time now for the Geico Championship recap with Randy Peterson.
Thank you, Mike. In our opening singles match, Bill O'Neill taking on Osku Palermo. Osku got off to a bad start, splitting in the second and the third frame. Bill O'Neill was in complete control until this shot right here in the ninth. Pocket 7-10. Osku steps up in the 10th frame. He has a chance to win. Needs a strike. Gets 9. The point goes to O'Neill in the Hitmen. Then in our doubles competition, Ryan Simonelli, Dan McClellan taking on Ronnie Russell, Eugene McCune. These two really flexed their muscles in this match, showing all that speed and power. Proved to be no match for the Jackrabbits. They started with a double, then 9 spare in the third, and then 6 consecutive strikes. Here's the last one by Dan McClellan. The Hitmen win 257-239. And then it was time for trios. Again, Ronnie Russell, Osku Palermo, Martin Larson taking on O'Neill, Blanchard, and Devaney. A split there for Russell in the 9th. Another in the 10th. Look at that. The 9-pin gets moved all the way over. Back-to-back splits for the Jackrabbits. It was time for O'Neill, Blanchard, and Devaney to do their thing. This match was really close up until that 9th frame. Here's Devaney throwing the last strike here in the 9th. Good stuff. They take home another point for the Hitmen, 256-231.
Kimberly is laneside with both of our managers. Kimberly.
Thanks, Mike. Jason, at the top of the show, you actually said, you predicted that your team would pretty handily beat the Jackrabbits. At this point, you are. So what's it like on the bench, and do you think you guys are going to pull it through and just sweep them?
Well, that's the plan, and you know, I feel so good about my team because I drafted all the guys, and I'm so confident I'll put them anywhere on the position of the team, and I think they're going to run these guys over again this match and be an early day for me.
Well, Tim, you guys are now forced to win this team's match in order to force a roll-off, and then you got to win that. You got a long road ahead of you. Do you think you guys can do it?
No doubt. That's why it's going to hurt a little bit more when we win this team game, because they've won the first 3 matches. But the most important game is the team game. So I feel our guys are going to rally. We've bowled well, but you got to take your hat off to them. They've bowled awfully well, too. Their scores have been very high. So we just got to put one good game together, and then it's just one shot. And I like my team's chances still. Our morale's high, and we look like we're going to give a fighting chance here.
Excellent. We'll see how it goes. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Kimberly. Tim Mack brimming with confidence there. But Jason Couch is a formidable competitor who knows how to win. Couch, a Hall of Famer and the only man to ever take back-to-back-to-back title wins in the PBA Tournament of Champions. The first came 15 years ago in 1999 when Couch defeated Chris Barnes in the title match. He then came back the next year to defeat Ryan Schaefer for the TOC title number 2. And then incredibly would meet up and defeat Schaefer again in the next edition to complete his Tournament of Champions hat trick. And now Couch is here as a manager in the PBA League, guiding his team to a possible sweep here today in the quarterfinals. Randy, it seems to me Jason Couch has a little more flexibility with his lineup coming up for team to move on.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would call it flexibility. He's got great players on his team. I mean, you go up and down the roster. I mean, Simonelli, McClellan, Bill O'Neill. I mean, he's got great players, and, you know, they seem to be lined up to the old pattern. They're striking almost every ball, and it's just been a couple of miscues here and there that's been the difference for the Jackrabbits.
And for the Jackrabbits, Randy, they're dealing with a bad leg for Patrick Allen. You're the manager. If you were to bury someone in a Baker lineup, where would it be?
Well, I don't think Patrick's knee is going to bother him enough to where he's not going to be able to make good shots. But if you wanted to put him somewhere to kind of make it a little bit safer for the team, I would think you would put him in the 2 or the 3 spot.
2 or 3 slot. We'll see where the team lineups fall. Pittsburgh must win to advance, and the oil, always a topic of conversation, Randy, as we move deeper into this competition, and now we can see it with the blue oil.
Yeah, the oil is going to keep breaking down, and we're going to talk about just the right lane. You can see all those little marks there where the bowling balls are laying down at the foul line. Look at how much lighter it is in the middle part of the lane. Take a look at the second arrow on the right, the second arrow on the left. You can see there's a lot more blue just to the inside of that. But now look at the third arrow on the right. You can see how that oil starts to lighten up. That's where all the traffic is on the right side. There hasn't been a lot of traffic on the left side. That blue oil going away. The players are going to keep migrating in.
Pittsburgh back against the wall. They must win the team game to force the roll-off. And that 3-point Team Baker game is next.